Hi all, it's Heather here, and I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite data visualization experts, David McCandless. I've actually been a fan of him for a long time, and I'll kind of explain why as we go. So, David has been working in data journalism since about 2009. Prior to that, he spent 20 years as a writer in print, digital, and advertising. Before that, he was a computer programmer. He actually never went to design school. He pretty much taught himself. And I've got a quote here from the TED Talk he gave in 2010 talking about his quote unquote design education. He's published two books. McCandless published Information is Beautiful in 2009, and it was actually released in the United States under the title The Visual Miscellaneum, which I owned when I was in high school. It was a gift from a dear friend who knew I would love it, and it's kind of what started my obsession with data visualization. So, fun fact there. And then in 2014, he published Knowledge is Beautiful, which is a sort of second edition, and both are filled with beautiful infographics that cover everything from political parties and climate change to dog breeds and movie plots. So here I have a quote from him and a small snippet of one of his more famous pieces. And in researching him, I read and listened to a lot of his theories on data and information and knowledge. He basically has this concept that you start with data, unscatter it, and arrange it to create more logical information. And then through the process of connecting lots of different information, you create knowledge, which kind of explains the names of his books. First, Information is beautiful, and then Knowledge is beautiful, kind of following that progression. I also discovered that he's a pretty generous guy when it comes to data, and he makes a lot of the information that he's used publicly available on his website. So if you scroll through here, he's got kind of all these different data sets that you can access, so feel free to check that out if you're looking for stuff to use in some of your projects. Then in 2012, McCandless started the Information is Beautiful Awards with the company Cantor, which is a design insights and consulting company. And I was looking through this and I found out that you can actually submit any of your pieces to these awards. Here's all the information here, and you can also go on their website and look at everyone that has won awards before. So it could be a cool way to, get some inspiration there. And the last project of his that I want to talk about is something that I'm really excited about, and it's this program called Viz Suite. According to the website, Viz Suite is their internal tool for making data, information, and ideas beautiful. Basically, it's the data design platform that McCandless and his team have used to create some of their best visualizations, and they're working on rolling it out soon for consumers. So, really exciting. I signed up on the email list for that one. And speaking of some of his best work, I'd love to walk you through some of his visualizations. So they're kind of all cataloged on this website here, but there are two that I really want to break into. It's going to be this one and this one. So let's first look at this guy here. So I love true crime movies, documentaries, and so this is an infographic of how true or false, based on true story, movies are. So you can kind of change based on most true to most date released, whatever, and then you can actually click in and it'll explain certain scenes from the movie, and what really happened and what didn't. So that's pretty awesome. You can also change how strict you want to be with the historical accuracy, so I thought that was pretty funny. The next one that I wanted to go through is this piece on data breaches and hacks. And I thought this one was really cool because you can sort it by having the color represent the year. So the lighter the color, the more recent it is, or the data sensitivity, meaning that the darker the red, the more sensitive these data pieces are. The size of the circles reflects the number, and you can also go and actually click into any of these and it'll show you the news article where they got the data from. So I think that's a really interesting way where you have kind of all of the layers of the information so that you can find out exactly what it is that you need. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to run through. I guess I missed my little example slide there, but that's David McCandless, and I'm looking forward to following him more and seeing what else he does in his time as a